Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break the keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, put your leg through, enough to go insane. Living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't owe you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite lies telling you, don't waste it on me. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race.
Welcome to Kansas Speedway. Tonight on the Throttle Up Racing Network, we've got the Southern Excitement Racing League. Getting ready to round out practice here. Giglio, Osmer, Dunning, Scramita, Stringfellow, top 5 on the practice board as we get ready to go into qualifying. Tonight's race is going to be 150 laps. The stage will end on lap 65. We saw last week Doug Neal come home with a win. He's our 8th different winner in 10 races here in the Southern Excitement Racing League Cup Series. Start watching some of these guys drive around to make their qualifying laps. Currently the point standings. See Blake Giglio out in front, 22 points over second place Bill Stringfellow. A.J. Rogers third, John McMillan Jr. fourth spot, Chris Carter in fifth. Sixth, Travis Cremita. Jonathan Cogswell seventh, Dylan Falovich, Nate Maurer, Doug Neal all in the top 10. Mark True, Matthew Goodell, Travis White, Patrick Colby, Tyler Humphrey, and Ronnie Osmer. They're all currently inside the top 16. On the outside looking in, Joey Doucette, Andrew Rattel. He's won a race this season. Matthew Prentice, Jason Humphrey, Casey Herring all on the outside looking in right now. As we go through qualifying right now, Matthew Prentice top on the board, and Mark True knocks him off. A little sideways there in the Toyota. Now Andrew Zarita in the 11 State Farm Ford. He's top of the board right now. A.J. Rogers comes around to move into second position. Bill Stringfellow out on track right now. He's our new pole sitter right now at a 30.23. Some of these guys waiting for the track to cool a little bit. Travis Scramita currently 12th. Chris Carter in 10th. Scramita is one that was fast earlier. We expect him to get up there in that top 5 here. And he will second now on the board behind Stringfellow, 2/100ths of a second. The difference. Andrew Rattel out running right now in that UFA number 5. And he qualifies in the 5th position. Dylan Falovich in the 12, out on track, 11th quickest on his first lap. Everybody getting right down to the grass to try and cut this track, make it as short as they can. Falovich still going to be 11th. Lee Grandy in 12th. Nate Maurer makes his first lap. Blake Giglio on track as well. He was the fast driver earlier. Nate Maurer just now getting up to speed. Here comes Blake around. like he's going to be, that was completing his first lap, 13th quickest. Comes the team standings. Stringfellow, Scramita, Giglio, and Dunning all on the same team. They're a good ways ahead right now in our team standings. Team Full Throttle Racing. Currently 1 and 2 on the board. Let's see. Giglio comes around. New pole sitter. Dunning's out there. He qualified 8th, so that team very fast here today. We'll have to see how they are on the long run. Osmer comes around and gets 3rd spot. Not sure if that was his first lap. McMillan moves up to 8th. Travis White on track for 14th. Nate Maurer 23rd right now. Osmer will stay in that 3rd spot. Let's see where Nate Maurer comes around to complete his 2nd lap. And 21st for Nate Maurer. Tony Smith on track in that 0X Designs, number 18. 0X Designs, they're one of our sponsors. They sponsor our pole award. So if you want a iRacing paint, go to 0X Designs. You can find them on Facebook. And the guy who runs and designs all those cars is Justin Lumpkin, running a very similar paint scheme. I believe that's the identical paint scheme. Those two are teammates. Let's see where Lumpkin comes around in his first lap. Tony Smith 26th. And Lumpkin will move up to 13th position. Ryan Smith on track. He gets 25th. He may be the last one to qualify. It looks like our pole award winner going to be Blake Giglio in the 16 car. Let's see if we can get a word with Blake. Hey, Blake, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy? Are you there, Blake? Couldn't hear you.
Huh.
Oh, I heard you a little bit.
Better?
There you are.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, going good. You get out there and you outrun your teammate by 1/100th of a second and get this pole. I'm not sure I've lost count on how many poles you've gotten this year, but I know you've gotten 3 wins. What's it going to take to get a 4th one today?
Staying away from Bill. He's too fast, so we just got to stay in front of Bill like every week. I think we're going to have a lot more factors here today just because this track is different than most. It's wide open for a few laps, and then it feels tight, honestly, so it's going to depend for here, avoiding the wrecks and just being careful.
Yeah, well, you've been fast. I think tire wear is going to be one thing that is a factor. How do you save tires at a track like this?
Oh, man, I'm not the one to ask. I'm doing the total opposite of everyone else. I'm burning up my right front somehow. So it might work. It might not. So I don't really know. Well, I guess we'll find out here soon.
Well, for the short run speed, it's certainly working as you're our 0X Designs Pole Award winner once again. So good luck, Blake.
Thanks, man.
All right, Blake Giglio gets another pole. We're about 1 minute out from starting the race. We've got 29 drivers in tonight's race. Your top 10 are Blake Giglio, Bill Stringfellow in 2nd spot, 3rd Ronnie Osmer, 4th Travis Scramita, 5th Andrew Zurita. 6th spot, A.J. Rogers. Andrew Rattel in 7th. John McMillan in 8th. Jamie Dunning 9th. And Mark True, he's going to roll off in 10th position. With Blake, our 0X Designs Pole Award winner, certainly going to be short here, or fast on the short run. We'll have to see how the long run plays off. If you watched the NASCAR race earlier, there was some early in the run, you could run down at the bottom, and later in the run, you've seen guys running the high line, and the guys who made the high line work were the quicker drivers, and I think you're going to see a lot of that again tonight. The low line early in the run and the high line as the tires begin to wear. Now we are in our race session. We're getting ready to line them up. There's our pole sitter. As we go through the grid, on the pole, Blake Giglio, 2nd position. Bill Stringfellow rolling off in 3rd. Ronnie Osmer. 4th spot is Travis Scramita. 5th, Andrew Zarita. 6th is A.J. Rogers. Andrew Rattel in 7th. 8th spot, John McMillan Jr. Jamie Dunning rolls off 9th. Mark True in 10th spot. 11th, Chris Carter. 12th, Matthew Prentice. 13th, Justin Lumpkin. 14th spot, Grant Humphrey in the 48. Travis White in the 23, going to roll off 15th. Tyler Humphrey going to start 16th. 17th is Dylan Falovich. 18th, Lee Grandy. 19th is last week's winner and Simbox driver Doug Neal. 20th spot is Jonathan Cogswell. 21st, Matt Goodell. 22nd is Nate Maurer. 23rd, number 9, Kyle Adcock. 24th spot going to be Justin White. 25th is Ryan Smith. 26th is Jason Clark. 27th spot, Tony Smith. 28th to 22 of Joey Doucette. And 29th is going to be Kevin Franks in the 98 car. The 29 drivers here tonight. See the front rolling out onto the track. Blake Giglio out front. Going to lead us off. Of course, the start will be on the green flag. Every restart after that will be on the leader. We're looking for lap 65 for the stage. Pace car off. Green flag for Blake Giglio. Let's see how well Bill can hold up on the outside. Travis Scramita jumping down to that bottom line just as quick as he can in the 89. Now to the inside of Bill. Bill going to drop back to 4th spot. Blake still out front in the 16. 55 in the 16, close through the corner. 55 loose. He goes around the 11 hard into the outside wall. The 73 around. Big crash. Now early in this one, people pushing pretty hard. We'll we'll have to take a look. Already started at that point. Let's go to the blimp view and take a look from the sky. .55 gets loose down on that bottom lane, trying to hold off the 89. Gets down on that white line, gets the car really unsettled, comes up the track, the 11 with just nowhere to go. The 5 goes through the grass to avoid it. You see several cars involved, the 73, the 17, the 13 goes through the grass. That's Jamie Dunning. It looks like a 5-6 car crash here. You see the 5 of Andrew Rattel drove all the way through the grass to avoid that. Does a good job. Don't believe he's going to have any damage. But the 11 had quite a bit of damage on that one. But the 11 already used his fast repair. Tony Osmer, that moves him back to the 25th position. Your top 5 after that. Andrew Rattel actually holds on to 4th spot. Giglio's still out front. Stringfellow moves into 2nd. Scramita holds on to 3rd spot. Rattel there in 4th. AJ Rogers in 5th. So Andrew Rattel making the wise decision of driving down through the grass to avoid all that carnage. Maybe now that we realize that these cars are super loose on the new tires, maybe we can get these guys to go a little bit easier on these first couple of laps after this restart. Clark, Kevin Franks all went to the pit lane that time, as well as Joey Doucette, Justin White. But they all had some damage from some cars at the back of the pack trying to get checked up. The 22 and the 88 got some rear end damage. Five may have taken his fast repair there as well, because he looks like he's pretty clean. But we're getting doubled up once again here. Getting ready to go. Green flag racing. This restart will be on Blake, so doesn't have to wait for the green flag. As soon as that pace car pulls in, and it has, he can go at any time he chooses. And there he goes. Green flag for Blake Giglio. He gets a good jump. Travis going to move to the inside of Bill Stringfellow. Bill stuck on the outside of the 83. He's going to try and get to the bottom. Andrew Rattel, he's going to look low to the 83. Not going to quite be able to get a nose to the inside. Bill is bound and determined to make that high line work. Over the course of this run, that's going to bode well for his tires. High line should be able to save the tires on the long run. He gets a great run off the corner, going to be up to the side of the 89 as they go down into turn 1. Real loose through the corner. You see the 7 back there gets loose as well, able to save it. Back here in this pack, we've got quite a bit of racing. There's Matthew Prentice in the 15 at the back of this group. Tyler Humphrey a little sideways through the corner up into the outside wall. Goodell has to slow down, as well as the 11 of Zarita, who was involved in that last incident. There's the 55 of Osmer trying to work his way back up through the field. Jamie's starting to slip back a little bit. He started 7th, now running in 13th spot. We do have a pass for the lead. Bill Stringfellow battling side by side with Blake Giglio, trying to get around him on the bottom lane. Bill really able to make that outside line work. These two are pulling away from the rest of the field. Bill up on the high side, Blake down low. Bill not letting him go. Stays about 2/10 behind him. The 16 of Giglio gains on him on entry, but Bill on exit gains a lot of that time back. Travis staying strong in 3rd. Justin Lumpkin having a good showing tonight, up into the 4th position. Jamie Dunning seems to be sinking like a rock. Started this race up in the 7th spot, now runs 23rd. Doesn't quite have the long run speed he was hoping for. Tony Smith in the 18s gained 12 positions since we started this one. Trying to move his way up towards that top 10. Currently runs 16th, battling with the 15 there for 16th position. Still able to make that bottom line work. Osmer, he's on the run back to the front after being involved in that first lap wreck. Has moved his way all the way back up into 12th position. Zarita as well in the 11. He's moved back up, now battling for 10th position against Nate Maurer in the 97. Travis has made his way around Bill Stringfellow for the 2nd spot. Now he's up in that outside wall. Bill trying to work the middle lane. He's going to get back to the back bumper of the 89, and we have a caution now. Looks like the 73 around. Oh, the 17 and the 18 get into it right in front of him. Let's take a look up at the 17 and 18 and see just what happened there. '18 got a little loose and come right up into the 17. No, really nowhere to go for AJ Rogers there. Let's take a look from the chopper cam. See just how loose that he got there. Watch it in real time. See the 18 gets loose in front of the 17. It comes up right into the 17, so take a look at Tony Smith. It's like he may have taken his faster pair. AJ Rogers also taking his faster pair pretty early in this one, only lap 18. That's our 2nd caution of the night. The 17 and the 18 both taking their faster pairs pretty early in this one. Top 3 are all full throttle racing. Seems to be a pretty good trend for those guys running up front pretty frequently. And their teammate 13 back in 16th position right now. Andrew Rattell was up there in the top 5 earlier, currently runs 9th position. Andrew Zarita caught in that wreck earlier. He's moved back up into 10th. Ronnie Osmer was in that wreck earlier as well. He's in 12th. Sandwiched in between them, Nate Maurer in that 97 Simbox machine. If you're looking for a button box for your sim rig, go to Simbox. They are our league sponsor. SCRL presented by Simbox, so go check out Simbox PC on Facebook. Get you a very good button box. Blake Giglio still out front. Come around to be 20 laps into this race. Blake has led almost every lap. I believe Bill led 1 lap earlier, 1 or 2. This was the pass for the lead where Oh, there was some contact there between the 16 and the 83. That's what got the 83 so far back. Expect the 83 of Bill Stringfellow to be a factor here as he had dropped back because of that contact. He was moving his way back around the 89. Blake chooses the inside line once again. Number 16 going to be in control of this restart. We'll watch the pace car pull in to the pit lane. Now it's on Blake. Green flag for Blake Giglio. Stringfellow on the inside line this time. He's going to be right behind him. Going to try and get to the inside of Travis Scramita in the 89 up on the high side. He'll do just that. Side by side now for second spot between Bill Stringfellow and Travis Scramita. The 83 on the inside gets a good run. Going to do a slide job here off the corner. He's going to be able to make it stick because the 89 may look low. No, chooses to stick on that high side. Travis with a run, not going to be able to get the nose back beside Bill. Bill back up on the high lane. We know he likes to run the high side up on the outside. The 83 gets a good run off the corner as we look back through the pack. Travis there in the 89. Dylan in the 12 is moving his way forward. Tagging that wall just a little bit. Justin Lumpkin right behind him. There goes the 7 loose. Able to save it. There the 97 looked like he had tagged the wall just a touch. Going to be off the pace. Run that high line. It's kind of hard to do. Have to hit it just right or you'll wash up into that outside wall. He this time chooses to run a little bit of a lower lane, not quite all the way against the wall. Doug Neal just behind him, the 77, last week's winner. Led the most laps by quite a bit. Took the lead at about lap 25 and led for over 70 laps last week at Talladega. Come home with the win. Currently runs 15th here tonight. Behind him, Jamie Dunning and Matt Goodell. Mark True now beginning to make his way back up towards the front, involved in a wreck earlier. Last caution. Looks like he may have taken tires. He's quite a bit quicker than all these other guys around him. He's marching his way up towards the top 10. He's really able to hold that bottom line. See just how much of a difference that these tires make. That moves him into the 14th spot. AJ Rogers as well moving up through the pack. He was involved in that last wreck, so looks like he may have taken tires as well in the first 20 laps here. Jason Clark having a good run tonight, currently in 20th position. He's gained 6 spots from the start of the race. Number 19, Jason Clark. He's going to try and move his way up here around Matt Goodell. This guy's kind of running the middle lane. The Humphrey brothers back here in 21st and 22nd. Tyler in the 94, Grant in the 48. Guys running side by side. Al Adcock in the 9. Currently 23rd. Tony Smith 24th. Joey Doucette 25th. Kevin Franks right behind him. Justin White in 27th right now. And Ryan Smith in 28th. 29th is Chris Carter. A couple laps down. And a caution. Like Travis White involved. Oh, the 51 goes sideways into the side of the 73. Mark True all the way down at the bottom. 51 there straddling that line. See where that white line is, where the track and the apron are. Different elevations. So the 51 he spins around, got loose there. Trying to straddle that white line. The 23 of Travis White, who had a great finish last week, finished second. He gets involved there. Heavy damage to the 23 and 51. Like the 73 going to be able to continue on. Has a little bit of right rear damage. Already taken his fast repair, I do believe. Let's see if that car is able to be fixed. Currently 30 laps in. Everybody diving down the pit lane. Ronnie Osborne, Mark True going to stay out, as well as AJ Rogers, Matt Goodell. I know Osborne, True, Rogers all have taken tires already. Somebody coming down the pit lane. See who's the first one off. 9 cars stay out there. 31 laps in. Ooh, a big race off the pit lane. It's like Blake may be the winner off pit row. And Bill in second. Travis third. Falovich fourth. And Andrews Rita fifth off the pit lane. Of course, the top 9 all stayed out right there. Ronnie Osmer in first. Mark True second. Got some right rear damage after that last incident. AJ Rogers in third spot. Matt Goodell in fourth. Now, the top 3 have taken tires at some point recently. But Matt Goodell, Grant Humphrey, Tyler Humphrey, Tony Smith, Joey Doucette, Kevin Franks, not sure on them, as we see Joey Doucette and Ronnie Osmer both on the second lap choose to go ahead and take their pit stop. We'll have to see if Ronnie Osmer chooses to take a second set of tires 32 laps into this race. I'm going to do fuel only for Ronnie Osmer. Doucette looks like he may have taken tires there. Let's take a look. Yep, Doucette takes tires on that stop. Chris Carter got a wave around there. That'll put him 1 lap down. So 1 more wave around. Chris Carter will be back on the lead lap. That'll make Mark True your leader right now when Osmer pitted. The first guy with tires right now, Blake Giglio, the 16, running in 8th spot. Stringfellow Scramita there, 9th and 10th as well, all with 4 new tires. We'll have to see with that right rear damage, is Mark True going to be able to hold on? He's going to pick the outside line on this restart. Going to be interesting to see how Blake goes up through the pack here. This time, Mark going to be the control car. Chose that outside lane on this restart. Green flag for Mark True in the 73. Gets a good restart. We'll watch these tires, see if they're able to make their way through pretty quick, and you see just how much speed these new tires have. The 16 and the 89 are just driving right through. Stringfellow trying to find his way through behind these guys, but wow, what a difference that these tires are making. One lap in, and Giglio already in the lead. Blake knew that it was going to be a race up to the front. He's out by 3/10 over Scramita. Stringfellow still stuck in 5th spot trying to find his way through. After a couple laps, those tires seem to have evened out a little bit. True up on the high side. Falovich now finding his way up to the top 5. Cogswell and Zarita a little loose off the corner. Side by side, this is the battle for 7th spot. Zarita now working his way forward. The 17 of AJ Rogers gets past the 73 of Mark True. Now the 11 going to work on him on the inside. 17 and 73 both with older tires. The 11 pitted there as well as the 27. So they're going to try and work their way below the 17 and the 73. One sideways. That's the 4, Justin Lumpkin. Heck of a save, as he's going to keep it moving forward. That's going to drop him out of those stage points, though. He's going to move back into the 12th spot. But a heck of a save for Justin Lumpkin. Matt Goodell, one of those cars that stayed out on that last pit stop. He's already back to 19th position. Tyler Humphrey, another one, as well as Grant Humphrey. They're 13th and 15th right now. They're going to try and have an extra set for late in this race. Maybe try and wait for a caution closer to the stage break, as we are about 25 laps to go here in the stage. Of course, no caution. We don't want to interrupt the action. Jamie Dunning there in 14th, working his way forward. 48 with a little bit of a crossover now to the inside. He gets back around Dunning. They'll go side by side down into turn number 1. 13 a little bit loose. LL's to 48 to get back up to the side of him. 13 gets a run off the corner down the back stretch. They're still side by side. They dive down into turn 3. Grant going to get a good run down into the corner. Different pit strategy. Seems like these cars spread out quite a bit when you look at the track map. Cars spread out all over the track, but Bill Stringfellow, he's making that outside work. As he's gotten around Scramita. Now to the bottom, gonna get a big run on Giglio. Trying to make his way back up to the lead. Blake now up on the high side. Stringfellow down low through 3 and 4. Giglio with a good run off the corner, gains a 10th. We've got a caution. This time looks like the 15 involved. He's sideways. Let's see what happened there. Oh, not sure if that was involving him. Oh, the 7. See if we can see if something happened around in front of them. Looks like the 15 got loose. Like the 11 also involved. Actually, the 11 got loose, hit the 15, sends him around sideways. And then the 7 comes up, trying to get back on the track and just takes the 15 out. See what happened. The 11's still going there. $15 goes in and gets that damage repaired. Blake still holding on to the lead. Still in second. Scramita in third. Palovich moved up to 4th spot. He's gained 13 positions, and gaining 15 positions is the 27. Jonathan Cogswell finds himself in the 5th spot. .47 laps in, lap 65 is the end of the stage. That'll put Chris Carter back on the lead lap. In the number 25, he comes out with some new tires. He may find himself up into getting some points here at the end of the stage. getting double fouled once again. Blake Giglio going to be the control car. Chooses that bottom line. But we saw the top line work pretty well for Mark True, but he was on the older tires. Waiting for that pace car to pull in. Giglio, the control car. There he goes, green flag for the 16 of Giglio. '83 able to hold on the outside. Got a nose alongside the 16. May be able to make a run here. Looking for a little bit of a side draft. See him now pull up the track. There's some side draft. Bill with a big run off the corner. Now going to go to the inside, side by side for the lead. Bill Stringfellow on the bottom. Can he get a slide job off the corner? Is he going to be able to clear the 16? Oh, not quite, but he tries. Gets sideways. The 16 has to check up. That puts Scramita on the back bumper of the 16 on the high lane. Giglio going to be able to clear the 83. Now side by side for second spot. Bill not able to get the run he wants down on the low line. The 12 now going to try and find his way around Bill. We'll have to see if he can get up to that high lane. We've got another caution, this time the 55 around. Oh, 15 gets up into the side of him. But a great save by the 55. Doesn't cause any damage. Take one more look here. Take a look from our chopper cam. Yeah, the 15 tagged that white line and come up into the 55. But a great save by the 55 to spin it around and not go into that inside wall. Phenomenal job there. He burned those tires up pretty good, though, so we'll have to see if he comes in and takes a second set before the stage. these top three been consistent all night. Blake Giglio, Travis Skrmita, and Bill Stringfellow. We're 54 laps into this one. We're looking for lap 65. Blake looks like he may choose the bottom line again. We're 5 cautions in, over a third of the way through the race. Stringfellow, he's been very quick, just not really been able to get around the 16. Once the tires get worn, it's hard to hold it on that bottom line. Let's see if anybody took tires there, because with 10 laps, that's enough to make their way a good ways from the back. Oh, and they already won a round. That was the 18, I believe. Take a look. There's no caution. Take a look and see what happened there. They all checked up. Looks like the 77 in front checked up. Several cars may have checked up there. Get maybe a chopper view of just how much these guys are checking up on that restart. Yep, the 19, the 18, the 7. They all were trying to check up. The 18 ends up getting spun to the inside lane. He's all the way back in 27th. Battle up front, Bill Stringfellow. Trying to make that bottom line work, can't quite get to the outside of Blake. He's going to hold that outside lane. Bill back down to the bottom. Really working those tires. There's your front 8 all the way back to the 17. see the different lines that these guys are taking. Some on the bottom, some up on the high side. The 89, he's getting that outside line working. He's going to get up to the side of the 83. We'll have to see if he gets around him here. Still on the low side, Travis up high. You see the 83 gets the slide job. Going to try and drive to the bottom this time. No, 83 going to stay up in the high line. Going to block Travis as we go around 3 and 4 here. View from behind as you see some cars going around. Look like the 9 of Adcock. Take a look and see just what happened there. It looked like the 9 had gone around. Yeah, the 97 and the 9 come together. '77 goes ahead and spins the 9 on around. That collects the 48 as well. 38 tried to avoid it down low. A lot of smoke on the track. Just can't see when that smoke's out there. So the 94 does a good job of being able to avoid the 9 there. Let's take a look one more time. This time from a chopper cam. Like the 9 thought the 97 was going to go below that white line and didn't. Everybody goes around there. Get down to the end of the stage. A couple of laps. Not sure we're going to go green before we get to the end. Everybody choosing to stay out and try and get a stage point. Lap 64, lights still on the pace car, so next time around it'll be white flag for the stage. Six cautions in, 64 laps. will be the white flag for the stage. As we come around to get the green flag, that will end the stage. This should be how they run, but it'll be when they come across the line, so we'll have to see, as we're going double foul for this restart. Blake out front. Nothing new there. Stringfellow second, Skrmita third. That's been how it's been all night, but Cogswell fourth. There's the end of the stage. As they get back going, green flag. Those unofficial stage results: Blake Giglio, stage winner. Second, Bill Stringfellow third. Travis Skrmita, Falovich in fourth. Cogswell fifth. Andrew Rattel sixth. Justin Lumpkin in seventh. AJ Rogers eighth. Ninth, Travis White, and 10th, Jamie Dunning. Bill up on the high side, gets around Blake. Blake trying to make that bottom work to get back around the 83. Bill gonna lead that lap, 68 laps in. Travis Skrmita right on the back bumper of Bill. Heard him talking a few minutes ago. Travis really needs a 25 lap run to really get going, but that time through, Stringfellow out to a 3/10 of a second lead, basically just through that one corner. Blake's now slipped back to third. Andrew Rattel got some stage points there, and he needed them, as he's sitting on the outside looking in currently. He's battling with Ronnie Osmer for one of those final playoff spots. Those guys three wide down the front stretch. That's the battle for sixth position. Andrew Rattel up on the outside, slipping back a little bit. The 27 and the 7 able to work the low line. Now the 7 of Lee Grandy going to try to make it three wide down into turn number 3, but the 27 wisely chooses to back out there. Cogswell in the 27, a great decision. These two battling for 7th spot. Blake now on these older tires, slipping back. Travis White got newer tires than a lot of these guys in front of him. We'll take a look here at the pit strategy. Yeah, White with 25 lap old tires, as well as Osmer. Stringfellow out there, 41. Skrmita, Giglio, Falovich all out there, 41 laps. Grandy up to 7th right now. He's only been out there for 9 laps since he last pitted. So he is making his way forward with newer tires. Travis White, after a great finish last week, finished second at Talladega. He's in one of these Simbox guys, along with the 97, the 77, the 88 all-team Simbox. There you go. That'll tell you what lap they last pitted on. The 55 of Osmer. He's moving forward. He's going to get around the 23 before the 23 can get around the 83. Ronnie Osmer now to the point, battling with Stringfellow in the bottom lane. Three wide down the front stretch. Osmer in the lead. Travis White now looks to the inside of the 55. The 83 able to hold it in there with the older tires, trying to keep up as best he can. Skrmita, like he said, working it better on the longer run. As we are halfway in this race here at Kansas. Top two are using those tires up, trying to get away from Bill. Bill not really letting them go too far. But Ronnie Osmer out front. Trying to pull away. He's out to a half-second lead over Travis White. Lee Grandy, another one who had newer tires, currently 6th spot. Giglio holding on to 5th. He's tagging that outside wall. Getting tight over the run. He said he was, in the earlier interview with him as the pole winner, he said he was burning up his right front tire on the run. That's going to cause him to get tight over the course of the run. A lot of these guys were getting loose, but you see him up into the outside wall. Malovich into 7th now. Looks like the 9 may be around. Went off track. No caution. Looks like he was trying to get to the pit lane and didn't quite make it. Went airborne. We stay green as he just drives through the infield to get back out on track. Doesn't cause a caution. No wrecks there, but you see the 9 trying to get into his pit lane. We'll have to see when Bill and Travis choose to pit. And as these front guys are burning those tires up, Bill and Travis are working their way back up towards those guys. Osmer was out to quite a bit of a lead. Now Travis White beginning to try and work his way up a little bit towards Osmer. Skrmita passes Stringfellow there for the 3rd spot. Lee Grandy has moved up around Blake. We've had quite a bit of caution laps, but right now Skrmita and Stringfellow have been out there for 50 laps since their last pit stop. 51 now. We'll have to see just how far they can make it on fuel. Will they have to make a green flag stop? Travis has really been able to work these older tires. You see Scrimito out there for 51 laps, White and Osmer for 36, so 15 lap newer tires for Osmer and White, but Scrimito able to make it work on the high lane. He called it earlier, said he needed about a 25 lap run to really be faster than the other guys around him. Osmer loose off the corner. That'll get the 89 of Scrimito up side by side. This is the battle for the lead. Travis having yet led a lap. See when they come across the line. Travis gonna lead that one. The 89 of Scrimito really able to make this outside line work. Lee, he's got even newer tires than Osmer and White. He's only been out there 21 laps on the tires that he's got right now. Stringfellow beginning to fade. A second now behind Scrimito. Those guys on the same strategy. Giglio right behind him in the 16. And of course we saw the 16 tag the wall a few minutes ago. We're gonna have to question Bill's tires. See the 16 of Giglio drives right on by. He's gonna get up and do a slide job up to the outside wall right in front of the 83. So the 83 slipping backwards. Osmer trying to make that outside line work. We've seen him do it several times. Looks like he's into the outside wall. Gets into it pretty heavy there, allows the 7 to get to the inside and around the 55. For the 7 now 3/4 of a second behind our leader, Travis Scrimito. Got quite a bit newer tires. Is he going to be able to run him down? Of course, we know a lot of these guys who pitted like 53 laps ago going to have to pit pretty soon, I would imagine. See the 94 and the 48 in. First two takers to pit lane. Tyler Humphrey and Grant Humphrey, brothers. See the leaders come back around. No takers yet. I think these guys trying to stretch it enough to make sure that they can make it to the end from here. Which I'm not sure they're going to be able to stretch it that far, but they've made it 58 laps. Of course, that was with quite a few cautions. Currently 60 laps from the end. Blake's now driven his way back up to third. These top three guys of Scrimito, Giglio, and Stringfellow, they've been top three all race long. Now got some newer tires in amongst those front runners, but as the run goes along, even these guys with newer tires are getting passed back by these guys who've been out here for 60 laps now. on these sets of tires, the 89 and the 16. 83, he hasn't fallen completely out of this one yet. This is the battle for second spot. The 16 of Giglio now on the high side of the 7. Lee Grandy on the bottom. Able to get a big run off the corner, stays side by side down the backstretch. Going to be able to get around the 7 of Grandy. Of course, the 7 with a lot newer tires, so that's quite surprising as Blake's been out there for over 60 laps on this set. The 17 now making his pit stop. Comes in, takes 4 tires and full of fuel. He'll go a lap down. Only a matter of time before these guys have to come in and pit. The 9, the 94, 17, and 48 have all made their pit stops. Blake doing his best to run down Skrmita. Was about 1.2 seconds out, now only 9/10 of a second out, now within a second. Bill has moved his way back into the 4th spot. And he was 2.5 seconds out, now within 2 seconds of our leader, Travis Skrmita, working that bottom lane once again over the long run here. He's trying to work his way back to the rear bumper of the 7 of Lee Grandy. He's a lap down. '13 of Jamie Dunning chooses to go ahead and take his pit stop. Teammates with these front guys had been out there the same amount of time, so expect our leaders to be pitting any time in the next few laps. '16 of Giglio in the pit lane. Bill Stringfellow in as well. They leave their teammate Travis Skrmita out there in the lead. Travis now coming back around, still staying out one more lap. When will Travis Skrmita come down the pit lane? Dylan Falovich now in the pits. Giglio and Stringfellow back out on the racetrack. Travis now in the pit lane as well as Andrew Rattel. Lee Grandy goes ahead and chooses to pit, even though He had the newest tires, Justin Lumpkin as well in. Jonathan Cogswell now in. Ronnie Osmer, Travis White, Chris Carter all still on the racetrack, as well as Matt Goodell. Doug Neal and Nate Mowers out on the tracks, 5th and 6th. Ryan Smith in 7th. Justin White 8th. Kevin Franks in 9th. Mark True runs 10th right now. Jason Clark in 11th. Tony Smith 12th right behind him. 13th Cogswell, he's in the pit lane. Joey Doucette is 14th right now. That brings us back around to Blake Giglio, who's out in front of Bill Stringfellow and Travis Scramita. Those are the top 3 that have pitted right now. Battle right now for the lead. These two can make it at least 15 more laps on fuel. Choosing to stay out with these older tires is costing them quite a bit of time. Of course, they've got all those guys a lap down right now. The 16, the 83, and the 89 all a lap down. Chris Carter dives in the pit lane, comes back out. He's going to be 21st right now. Let's see where he comes back and rejoins the field. Jason Clark in the pit lane. Moving Blake up to 11th now. Right now, Travis Scramita, he's sitting 1.7 seconds behind Blake. And he was so good on that long run, really run these guys down and gained about 2 or 3 seconds. So I expect Travis on this long, if we go green to the end, a 50-lap run. He's going to be someone to watch. There comes Blake now passing the 55, trying to get back on the lead lap. See the difference in tires and just how much time that these top couple of guys who are still out there on old tires, just how much time difference, how much time they're losing every lap. But if a caution were to come out right now, these guys would trap a large part of this field from 12th back, a lap down. Looks like the 23 wanted to pit there, but waited too late to get into pit lane. Moves Giglio back into the top 10. Our leader, Travis White, looks like he's going to look for the pit lane in the next couple of laps. Stays out on the track. Osmer in second. "109 laps down of 150. There goes Osmer in the pit lane. Travis White stays out. So Osmer going to pit at 63 laps into his run there. Travis White still out. Cadell out there in second position. Let's see, when does Travis White choose to pit? Stays out once again, though. Into the pit lane. Did he come in too late? No, he's going to be able to make it this time. He locks it up. We'll have to see if he sped there, but the 23 down on pit lane looks good. We'll have to check that. Matt Goodell now out in the lead. He's going to get a lap led. He's been out there for about 64 laps as well. 66 laps. Doug Neal and Maurer. They've been out there for not as long, but they have chosen to go ahead and take their pit stops. Doug Neal in, as well as Nate Maurer pitting under green here. That moves Blake back up to 6th spot. Goodell still out on the racetrack. 67 laps into this fuel run. Now looks like he's going to come down into the pit lane. The 38 now in the pits. Has to lock him up. May have sped on pit entry. Justin White now out in the lead. He's got about 17 laps more he can run before he's got a pit. He's only about 10 seconds ahead of Blake Giglio. Justin White. 2 seconds ahead of Ryan Smith. I think these guys trying to get a lap led. They've been keeping it clean all race long. Kevin Franks in 3rd right now in the 98 ride. Blake Giglio still sits 4th spot. Bill tried to run him down. And Travis right behind Bill now. The question is, if Travis can get around Bill pretty quick, will he have time to get to Blake? I think Travis may be the one to watch as we go throughout the rest of this race. Justin White, 2.6 seconds ahead of Ryan Smith in 2nd. Smith 3 seconds behind. Blake's now only 8.5 seconds behind our leader. These tires really beginning to even out a little bit. Skrmita has almost caught Bill there for 5th. Kevin Franks just behind Ryan Smith. These three still yet to pit. White, Smith, and Franks, all our top 3, are still yet to make their final pit stop. Blake, the first car who has pitted. Stringfellow and Skrmita there all have already made their final pit stops. Looks like we've got one around. That's the 4 car. No caution. Take a look and see what happened. Oh, looks like the 97 and the 4 get together, but no caution. Let's take a look a little bit further back and see just what happened. Looks like the 97 had newer tires. The 4 on older tires. They come off the corner. The 4 got loose. Comes down into the 97. Both able to save it and continue on. The 97 drives all the way through the infield and back out onto the racetrack. They will continue on. There's Blake and Bill. Bill still working that bottom line, running down Blake Giglio. Travis just behind him back there. There goes Bill Stringfellow trying to make a pass around Giglio. This the battle for the first car that has already pitted. Top 3 yet to pit. Bill really trying to make that inside line work. There's Justin White. Nope. Ryan Smith, excuse me, down into the pit lane. He'll make his final pit stop with 28 laps to go, 27 laps to go. Now we're just waiting on Justin White and Kevin Franks. Blake Giglio, he's already made his stop. He's about to catch Kevin Franks here. There's your top 3 that have already pitted. Justin White, you know, he stayed out there. He's been out there the same amount as these other guys, or, you know, Kevin Franks. They've been out there the same amount of time, but over the long run, he's really been able to save those tires pretty decent. Got out to a 6-second lead as he heads down into the pit lane. Now he'll make his final stop. Kevin Franks gonna try, he's gonna come around and lead a lap, get a bonus point for Kevin Franks, but just behind him, that's the race that we're looking at for the win. We're getting down into the final 26 laps here. Bill caught Blake, but now Blake's pulled out to a 1.3 second advantage. No, actually about 0.4 of a second now. As we get down to the 0X Designs, 25 to go. If Blake and Bill get battling up there, we'll have to see if Skrmita is able to run him down. Kevin Franks still out on the racetrack. Just ahead of these guys. He's going to lead a few laps before he takes his final stop. Justin White, he moves all the way down to 19th, 1 lap down. You see the 98 now working his way to the bottom. We'll have to see if he's going to go ahead. He's going to make his final pit stop. That'll put Giglio back out in the lead. These three are 1, 2, 3 right now. Blake was the stage winner. These were our top 3 actually in the stage at lap 65. Now we're down to 23 to go, and they are all 3 battling for the win. We've had a long run. They're all 3 still within 1 second of each other. That's quite the accomplishment. They're all 3 on the same teams. We're looking at a full throttle racing 1-2-3 finish. If they can just hold it here. Of course, we know Bill wants to get up there and get this win away from Blake. Blake already won 3 races this season. Bill, who's won the most stages, but has only 1 win, looking for his 2nd win. They're 4/10 of a second. Bill doing everything he can on that bottom line to try to catch Blake Giglio. We've got one around, looks like, right in front of the leaders. Caution flag. Oh, one flipping. That's the 48 up on his roof. Another car involved as well down on the inside. Let's see what happened. Looks like Jason Clark. Oh, nailed by the 19 and flips up on his roof. Let's see if something else, like the 97 up on the high lane. 48 loose right in front of the 97 once again. That's twice that a car's gotten loose. This will make for an interesting final few laps. The 19 just out of nowhere. Let's see what the 19 can see through that smoke. Will also take a ride with the 48. Let's take a look from the 19 inside the cars. Everyone's coming down the pit lane right now. Where's the 48? See him spinning up front. A lot of smoke. Can't see, can't see, can't see. All of a sudden, there he is. And that smoke, very realistic if you watched last week. The 22 flips upside down, the 23's helmet cam. You just couldn't see anything, and all of a sudden Logano emerges from the smoke upside down. Let's take a look now from the inside of the 48 car as he does a rollover here. Gets loose, does everything he can to save it into the outside wall. Of course, smoke going everywhere. You see it coming from the front of the car, and then right here just gets hit and flips upside down on his lid. Back on all fours, and he does get that car back around. And Nate says he's got crosshairs on his car. That's 2 times that a car's gotten loose right in front of him. So everyone chose to pit there. But some different strategies. Travis White out second. Go back and take a look at these pit stops and see just what happened. The 23 got out second. We'll see if Blake took 2 tires or who all took 2 there. Or if Bill and Travis just had a bad stop. Blake in his stall there. Nope, 4 tires for Travis, just a good pit stop. Have to look and see if the 83 may have missed his pit a little bit. Yep, went in too far, had to back up. That'll drop Stringfellow to 5th. Scramita back to 6th. He kind of does the same thing there. So Giglio going to be out front. A lot of wave arounds in front. That's why you're seeing cars in front of him. They're stayed out. They're going to take the wave arounds. We're coming down to 1 to go here. So everybody with 4 tires now. Travis White looking for back-to-back top 2 finishes. Of course, Giglio got some unfamiliar names around him right now. He's been racing with the 83 and the 89 all race long. Now all of a sudden the 23 and the 7. All up here with him. Green flag there for Blake Giglio. He gets a good start and a big jump over Travis White in 2nd. This is the battle now. Bill Stringfellow trying to make his way through. Scramita stuck on the outside lane, not going to be able to get up here and race with the 83. The 25 of Chris Carter, haven't heard much from him tonight. He makes his way into the top 4. Bill now up on the high side, trying to make a run around the 7. The 7 of Lee Grandy now to the back bumper of Blake Giglio with 15 laps to go here at Kansas in the Southern Excitement Racing League. Bill to the high side, making a big move. There's Travis White now, making it 3 wide in the middle. 7 able to see it, stays down on the low lane. Bill gonna give it all he's got. 89 gets loose, Travis. He's been doing so good this race. Now there's chaos everywhere. The 12 slides down through the pit lane, no caution yet. Falovich around, there it is, caution flag. What a wild ride this has become. Let's take a look at what happened to Dylan. It's like the 89 had gotten loose and up into the high lane. The 12 was trying to make his way through. The 55, he gets loose into the side of the 12. And the 77 go around. So Falovich, after all that, going to come out 24th. Travis choosing to pit. Only 12 laps to go. We'll get the green flag sometime around 9 to go. Several other guys choosing to pit with him. Blake Giglio out front, Stringfellow in second. Restarted 5th after that pit stop slid through his pit, had to back up, dropped him back to 5th, drove his way up to 2nd and right to the back bumper of Giglio. They'll be side by side on the restart. Gonna have about 10 laps to go. See Bill, what he's doing here is trying to burn as much fuel as he can to try and get his car lighter, to be a little bit quicker than Blake. He's trying to burn just as much fuel as he can. Don't see that a lot of people doing that, but Bill got a high IQ when it comes to racing these iRaces, knows exactly what to do, and currently sitting there trying to burn as much fuel as he can. Of course, Blake now doing the same thing. These two are teammates, trying to burn just as much fuel as they can. You hear none of these other guys are doing that. Jamie doing that. He's also a teammate with Blake and Bill. Down to the final 10 laps. Lights off the pace car. We go double file. And we'll get the green flag on 9 to go. Only 8 cautions tonight in 150 laps, 140 laps so far. Blake gonna control the restart. Pace car in. And he goes early. Blake maybe tried to surprise Bill a little bit with going so early. Bill stuck on the high side. Travis White down low on the 23. He's gonna slide up in front of Bill. Bill still sticking to that outside, the 7 now. Gonna get around him. A 13 into the outside wall. Will he save it? Oh, they keep it straight, but the 97 of Maurer has to make an evasive maneuver to get around him down to the inside. He saves it. They all stay moving forward through that. The 77 around sideways a little bit off the corner. They all keep it going. The 13 on the high side. Travis White, he's moved his way into the lead. Blake trying to get a run up high. They're 3 wide for the lead. Blake trying to keep a nose. Oh, they're sideways off the corner. The 7 of Lee Grandin out of the inside of the 23. The 83 of Bill Stringfellow down low as well, trying to make his move. We're coming down 6 laps to go this time around. The top 6, you could throw a blanket over them. Cogswell's now made his way into 6th. Carter up high on the outside in that yellow 25. Blake, who's led so much of this race, now finding himself back in third. Travis White trying his best to pull away from everybody who's racing side by side behind him. Lee Grandy now back to the bumper in the 7. Can he make a move? Blake and Bill racing hard for third place. They're going to have to get it settled if they're going to try and make a run at the win. A 16 a little bit loose on the high side. That's going to let Bill go around. Now Bill going to try and run his way up into the top 3. Travis White still out front. Lee Grandy in second with 4 laps to go. Bill now making a move for second at the inside of the 7 car. A big run through the corner. Not going to be able to clear the 7 off. Bill only 0.2 of a second now behind the race leader, Travis White, in the 23. Can he make a move? Blake has fallen all the way back to 6th after leading so much of this race. Bill now moves to the high side. Travis down low. Lee Grandy now making a move to the 2nd spot. Bill getting a big run off the corner, but with only 2 laps to go, is it going to be enough? Now, just over a 1/10 separates the top 2. Bill getting a big run off these corners from the high lane. Looks down to the bottom that time. Right to the back bumper of the 23 of Travis White. This is going to be a race to the line as we're coming down to the white flag. Side by side, Bill on the high side. They wreck. They touch. Down to the inside, but the white flag is out. That puts Lee Grandy, Chris Carter, and Jonathan Cogswell in the top 3. The 23 hard into the inside wall. He's going to drop back, way back. The 7 of Lee Grandy going to come around and win here at Kansas. What an exciting finish. Chris Carter was 3 laps down at one point, comes back to get second. Jonathan Cogswell finishes 3rd spot. Blake Giglio, who led so much of this race, comes home 4th. Travis Cremita 12th. There's the 83. He's parked on the backstretch a lap down. Finishes 25th spot. That car completely destroyed. So a great win by Lee Grandy. Yet another new winner here in the Southern Excitement Racing League. That makes 9 winners in 11 races now. Lee here in the number 7. A great win. Let's take a look at what happened there with Bill and the 23. Nope, he got decked there. That was after the earlier crash. Here it is. Not sure if the 23 was side drafting or what exactly happened there, but the 23 hard into the inside wall. The 83, he was trying to get back going, and the 94 really with nowhere to go as the 83 got stuck on the outside, and just a massive melee crash there at the end. But Lee Grandy going to come home the winner. All right, let's see if we can get a word from third place, Jonathan Cogswell. Hey, Jonathan, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. Didn't see a whole lot in this race, but you come up there at the end. That's kind of something that you've done all season long. Not a whole lot of bonus points throughout your season, but you had a lot of great finishes. You come home with another top 3 finish. How did that last couple of laps play out for you?
Well, I finally, for the first time, I got halfway points. I was 4th to halfway, and I was really excited about that. I have 0 incidents, and then I thought I was going to get 5th, but when they got together up there, I was able to take advantage of that and get me a podium finish tonight. And I had a blast. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You're the type of guy that we really like in this league. Like you said, clean racer, 0X. That means no incidents. And come out here with a top 3 finish. That's what we want everybody to do, is to drive clean and be fast, and you do it again. So a top 3. Got anybody like to thank tonight, Jonathan?
I'd like to thank our sponsor, UFA, for everything they've done for us. It's been a fantastic season so far, and I'm looking forward to many more good races.
Yeah, absolutely. UFA, a great sponsor. Sponsored one of our races. And good job tonight, Jonathan. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again, as we've already talked to you a few times this season. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
I can't wait for next week.
Absolutely. And second place finisher, Chris Carter. We'll see if we can get a word with Chris Carter. Here he is. Hey, nope, hold on. Hey, Chris, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, not really sure what happened to you there at the start, but looked like you had went into the pits and gotten about 3 laps down. But, man, what a job to work your way back to the lead lap and then end up second spot, man. Great job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I had to make those 3 laps back up. I'd cost myself one of those laps in the beginning. I got a speeding penalty serving that EOL and cost myself an extra lap there, but I just kept digging at it and was able to get back up through there.
Yeah, man, that's a phenomenal job to do that. Not a lot of people can do that, and you've been great all season, top 5 in points. What's this season been like for you? I think you've maybe the second or third time you've gotten a top 3 this year.
It's been pretty good. The last month was really bad for me. I mean, I let anger get to me in a couple of the races, and it ended up costing me some stuff. But I just keep digging and keep digging. I mean, I practiced a lot yesterday here. Felt I had a winning car, but went down 3 laps and had to make them back up. And I mean, it was just it. If the caution would have came out probably at lap 30, I think I could have took the lead under green. I'm not really sure, but I almost got it right there at the end.
Yeah, from 3 laps down to a second place finish, that's at least so far the best recovery we've seen all season. Maybe the best recovery we see for the rest of the season. So you got anybody like to thank tonight, Chris?
Yeah, I'd like to thank AJ. He helps me a lot on here. Southern Excitement Racing. And my sponsor is Rick's Painting Plus.
Well, phenomenal job tonight, Chris. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again. Great job.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
You too, man. All right, that was second place finisher now, Lee Grandy. Our winner, there he is, still parked out on the track. Hey, Grandy, are you in the broadcast booth with me? This is Dakota.
Hey, hello.
Hey, man, you come out there and get a win tonight. You're our 9th winner this season. How'd you get it done there at the end with all those guys and all that chaos at the end?
Oh, I'm still shaking right now, to be honest. Actually, I don't think I had a chance. So I can't remember what number it was anyways. I saw someone was coming. I know he was faster than me. So I just decided I'm just going to settle in 3rd and then I'm just done. And then the last lap, when it happened, it just happened.
Yeah, there was chaos and cars flying everywhere, and you emerged through the center of them and end up winning this race. Man, great job. You've missed a few races this season, but the ones that you've been here, you've been fast, and a win today. So I expect to see you in victory lane again. So you have anybody you'd like to thank on this one?
I thank everybody for letting me race this series. I mean, it has been a frustrating season, I believe. I made a lot of mistakes. I didn't finish where I'm supposed, and tonight just happened to be my night. So, awesome.
Well, great job, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again up here in one of these top 3 interviews.
All right, thank you.
Good job. All right, that's all of our top 3. Man, what a finish. That was one of the probably the most exciting finish. I hate it for Bill and for Travis White, who were up there battling for the win. Travis comes home 23rd. Bill comes home 25th after crossing the line first and second to take the white flag. So a tough end for those two. Tough end for Travis Skrmita. He does come back and finishes 12th after being involved in an incident there with about 10 to go. But those, Giglio, Stringfellow, and Skrmita were the top 3 all race long. Blake ends up 4th, but man, Lee Grandy, Chris Carter, and Jonathan Cogswell, what a phenomenal finish from those 3. Keeping their cars clean and coming home. And Chris Carter coming back from 3 laps down. Phenomenal finish from all those guys. Next week, we're going to be at Darlington. It's going to be throwback week. We're going to be racing 90s paint schemes. So anything 90s, be looking for it. We're also going to be doing a paint scheme competition this week. These guys have been submitting their paint schemes from the 90s to run next week. We're going to be taking those pictures kind of like we did for the dirt race and the UFA paint schemes. We're going to be doing this for the 90s paint schemes. So if you see one of these drivers that are emulating your favorite driver from the 90s, give them a like on Facebook. That'll be posted in the next day or 2. So appreciate everybody for stopping by. Great job to all these drivers, and a crazy finish there at the end. Man, what a wild one. But next week we'll be at Darlington, then on to Dover, Pocono, and Charlotte after that. So great race by everyone, and we will see everybody next week.
What you think about when you're born into a fire?